Midlife isn't the end of the story. It's a start of a whole new chapter. At 50, I stopped waiting for permission and decided to take my life back. The weight loss, the skincare glow up, those were great. But the best part was rediscovering me. I'm Sandra, and this is Lumina Life 50 Plus. And today I'm sharing exactly how I got my spark back and how you can too. I didn't start this journey because I had it all figured out. I started it because everything felt like it was falling apart. Right before I turned 50, my world shifted. My confidence was shattered, and I found myself questioning everything. That pain became my pivot point. I began focusing on my health, my skin, my future, not to impress anyone, but to remind myself that I still matter. And this channel, this dream, it was born from the decision to choose myself every single day while rebuilding my confidence and my financial independence so that no one else ever gets to decide how my story ends. The first thing I did when I decided to return to the me I know was to do something about my weight. I was so sick of seeing pictures of myself, and the image looking back at me was a person I didn't even recognize. And the older I get, the more afraid I was of developing diabetes. So I started with the gym membership I was already paying for, but only my son was using. I scheduled a pool lane. I started watching YouTube videos to learn how to swim strokes properly. At first, I showed up because I didn't want to waste someone else's pool time. But before I knew it, I was swimming freestyle, breaststroke, and butterfly. Not well, but I'm going forward. Once the weight began to drop, I added in walking with a weighted vest for bone health, strength training on a vibration plate, and eventually I signed up for a marathon at 51. And it wasn't just fitness. I started researching skincare to slow the aging process. I now have a routine that works and skin that I actually like looking at in the mirror. And the mental health part, the consistent exercise helped with the depression. Journaling helped more. I wrote my way out of the fog. Eventually, I walked past a mirror and started to recognize the woman reflected back at me. As the weight started to come off, and more importantly, as my health improved, my confidence started to return. I'm still a work in progress, and I know I always will be. I just ate way too many jelly beans tonight, like way too many. But tomorrow, I'm going to get right back on the horse, and that's the difference. I'm sharing this stuff with all of you for three reasons. First, I'm from the Midwest, so oversharing is just in my DNA. Second, telling my story helps me work through stuff. And finally, because I want you to know it's never too late. That's why I always end my videos with it's not too late. You're not too old, and you are not alone. Every single one of us, Gen X, Hose Sippin', Latchkey, REO Speedwagon, Debbie Gibson, Metallica, Nirvana women, has been through something. And we've come out on the other side with grit, heart, and the capacity for deep, true love. Let's not forget to give ourselves that love first, because an empty pitcher cannot fill another's cup. I'm sharing this stuff with all of you for three reasons. First, I'm from the Midwest, so oversharing is just in my DNA. Second, my story helps me work through stuff. And finally, probably most importantly, because I want you to know it's never too late. That's why I always end with it's not too late, you're not too old, and you are not alone. Every single one of us, Gen X, Hose Sippin', Latchkey, REO Speedwagon, Debbie Gibson, Metallica, Nirvana women, has been through something. And we've come out on the other side with grit, heart, and the capacity for deep, true love. Let's not forget to give ourselves that love first, because an empty pitcher cannot fill another's cup. You can quote me on that. I just made it up. And if anything in this story hit home, whisper, me too, to yourself, or drop it in the comments, or download the Reinvention Journal at luminalife50.com. Next week's video is my first ever unboxing and first ever review of a new machine, a cavitation machine that's helping me sculpt this midlife body I've worked so hard for. So don't forget to subscribe, and remember, it's not too late. You're not too old, and you are not alone. I'm Sandra, and I'm so lucky to be doing this journey along with you. See you soon.